Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to the videos. Another paid request, this time from Peter. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Maybe in this one I'll try to have the footage. A lot of times I don't have the footage in these videos because number one, I don't have the person's permission for it. And I don't want to get in trouble. And usually I have the link down below. You want to follow along with me. So I don't know either way if this will have footage or not. But he wanted me to react to this video this one made, Canadian versus the Minnesotan accents. So thank you once again, Peter. Thank you all for watching. And if anyone wants to send any type of requests, the stuff is down below in the info box. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, pressing play.
Well, yeah, like A is probably the most famous Canadianism people know about. Essentially, I've heard it called by one companion who was from Canada. It's basically a verbal question mark. So you don't just say A at the end of every sentence, but if you're asking a question like, how's your day going? A? That's pretty common.
Is it common? I thought that was
Other
like a stereotype.
Canadianisms are there are
What people saying A in Canada.
a lot of times you'll see bathroom addressed as washroom, which is a little bit different but easy to catch once you serve there long enough.
Oh, bathroom is called washroom.
There
okay.
are also a lot of pronunciations that are different. For instance, if you're going to get a bag at a grocery store, they'll call it a grocery bag, or
This
or
washroom makes
progress,
sense because you don't want to wash your
progress
hands
of an
after going to the
investigator.
bathroom
A
and
lot
stuff.
of people say the progress. I mean,
Progress.
there's some silly quirks about Canada, and if you're serving in Minnesota, occasionally you'll hear the oot and the boot sort of dialect, the more stereotypical Canadian that you hear on TV and stuff.
Oh, what's that a boot?
A lot of it is the long O, so Minnesota and
Minnesota.
Oh my, and
my.
also a lot of them, depending if they're native to the state of Minnesota, any word ending with ag, such as bag or tag, will have a long A attached to it. So it's bag and tag.
Tag.
Where one woman
Bag.
told us that she had to cancel dinner. So basically said it was, sorry, others has been a snag in the plan. It took me a while to catch that one, but snag in the plan, get it.
Okay.
And that's why I said, New Prague, even though in theory it would be Prague because of Prague, Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, Prague.
And then another fun one that I've said a few times since being home, just because I think it's a funny word, but is the word oofta. But you only hear that in they have to be pretty native Minnesotan to say that one, but it's a Scandinavian term, equivalent of like holy smokes, like oofta, it's cold. Or,
I didn't even fucking heard of oofta, and I lived in Iowa. That was like
really hot out here, things
40
like that.
miles
So
from
I heard
the
that
Minnesota
a couple times too,
border.
was the term oofta, which is
Never heard of oofta.
you have to get pretty deep Minnesotan to hear that one, but it is there.
How deep of Minnesota?
The funny one was I got used to hearing the words bag and take, but then when they would include the long A in words that had multiple syllables, so like one person how he needed new glasses, he's like, my glasses, I need some new magnifiers here, just a thing like that. I just thought was, or one woman, she had an American flag outside on her porch, and it's super tattered. So she opens the door, and the first thing she says, just loud, was just, "Oh no, my flag!" And it was just funny to hear it so blatantly, so without shame, because that's just how they talk. Yeah.
Okay. Now we have the Texas accent. How about that? I mean, I've never been to Canada. Would like to go there one day. That'd be interesting. I was born in Iowa, and where I was born, I was about, I don't know, 40 miles, give or take, from the Minnesota border. Maybe it's less. Maybe it wasn't that long. Maybe that... It felt like it took like an hour to get there, so maybe it was less miles. But, well, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I never heard oofta. And A, I mean, I thought that was like the boot where Canadians don't really say that. Just it's in movies and stuff, but maybe they do. But I mean, yeah, there's definitely unique accents. There's unique accents in a lot of places, whether it be Jersey, whether it be Texas. I wonder how that came into be, actually. The whole, depending where you live, there's that, what became of the different accents. I'm sure there's an easy explanation for it. I'm just looking too deep into it, but maybe one's a bit more with the French, one's a bit more the Italian, one a bit more for other attributes and backgrounds. But that was an interesting little video. So thank you, Peter. I appreciate that. And yeah, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.